based on your company size, you're going to have different competition. But you know, at the end of the day, we got to say, where do we fit? And the best example I can give you of that problem with me and Wayne's Lawn Service is many years ago, and I know Ben Briscoe listening to us today, he'll remember this, but when Valley Crest and Brickman came to Louisville, and this goes back many, many, many years ago, we made a mindset change on the types of customers because our company was growing pretty well at that time. And we decided, you know what, those guys do large facilities really, really well. Instead of trying to compete with them, and I don't want you guys to think we were scared. We weren't scared. We weren't intimidated. It goes back to picking a lane, knowing what you do well, and let them do what they do well, and we're both happy. So I share that story with you that, that it happens to all of us, whether you're very small or very large, and we're not very large. Wayne's Lawn Service isn't a very large company, but before they were here, we liked going after some of the larger types facilities. But when they decided they were going to open their branches here locally, I knew that they could do that, not better from a quality standpoint, but just from a costing standpoint. They could get in a better price range than we could get in. And quite honestly, we just didn't want to fight. We didn't want to fight over that because we knew that wasn't our niche. So know who your competition is when you're out there. You decide you're going to use social media or door hangers or knocking on doors, cold calling, or whatever it may be. There's a million different things you can do. But what we got to think about is, where do we fit? Where do you fit? But what I'll tell you, and this kind of goes back to diversification as well. It does go back to diversification as well. As you look at some of the green industry studies and benchmarks and things, what you'll see consistent across our industry is income, annual revenue, okay, goes up. Diversification of services generally increases. And it makes sense. I mean, diversification is generally the key to growth for any of us, because when we try to be mow only, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a mow only company, okay, but as you want to try to scale your business and grow your business, we need to look at, hey, what can we diversify into? Maybe can we get into landscape lighting? Can we get into irrigation? Can we get into more landscaping? Can we get into fert and weed? What are the other opportunities that are going to allow us to scale our business and generate additional revenue and better profit dollars? And then once you figure that out, then we're going to look at, hey, how creative do we want to get with our marketing and who's our competition? Because if we're competing against companies, let's say you're competing against companies doing $500,000 to $1 million a year, okay? Well, then there's a certain level of professionalism that's going to come along with that marketing that has to be part of your branding and your marketing, your advertising. That it can't just be a little hand flower that your daughter drew, which is, I'm not making fun of that, but I mean, I've got some, you guys wouldn't believe what people have sent me from across the country and at seminars and stuff that guys are using as advertisements. I mean, you got to think about what you're putting out there, guys. I mean, even if you're a company just doing $100,000 a year, you gotta make it look professional. It can't be something that looks like a $2 operation. And I say that with all due respect. It's got to be something that looks professional. It goes back to look professional, act professional. You are a professional. And elaborate enough on how important that is to your success when it comes to your marketing and what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. It really falls back to pride, you know, and how big pride really is, you know. And what is pride? I want to get your thinking cap on for a minute, you know. Do you have pride in what you're doing? You know, we're big on having pride. We're big on caring at Wayne's Lawn Service, at Profits Unlimited, at Turf's Up Radio. You know, we're big on pride. If you go to our website, you know, for an example, on Wayne's Lawn Service, you see pride right there. And it's the acronym for us of professional results and daily efforts.